Alright, in the video today we're talking about targeting, what to do to get results in Facebook ads, and it's gonna be a beginner friendly video. And I wanted to make this video because there are a lot of new updates rolled out to Facebook ads. So I'm gonna show what's working for me right now. I'm gonna share my screen and I'm gonna give it to you the way it's supposed to be. I'm gonna go every little feature. I'm gonna share how I use it. I'm gonna share should you use it, why you need to avoid it, etc. Now let's start. I've already shared my screen. We are on the Facebook Ads Business Manager, and this will be just a very simple step-by-step targeting tutorial. And I'm gonna focus on things that actually work today, things that actually work right now, because Facebook, they released a lot of targeting features, but some of those targeting features don't work for me. And I'm gonna ask you to comment in the video below if they work for you or not. So I'm gonna start from the very beginning. I'm gonna go to adsmanager.facebook.com, and when I create a campaign, the way I start my campaign, I usually click on create. I click on create. Let me go back. Let me go back on campaigns. So I'm gonna go on campaign level. I won't have anything selected, and I'm gonna click create. From this menu, what I usually choose is my campaign objective. 88% of the time I go for leads or I go for sales. If I run a lead generation business, if I have a application funnel, book a call funnel, if I'm looking for name, emails, phone numbers, I go for leads. If I work with like an e-commerce business or an online course business, and our main end goal is to get sales, I optimize for sales. The awareness, the traffic, the engagement, and the app promotion, I rarely use those. Like in 1% of the times I might be using those, but it's not worth mentioning in this video. If you're watching this video, probably you're looking either to book calls with a sales team or generate purchases for your store, for your online course, for your whatever business you have. So you need to pick each one of those. Right, for the purpose of this tutorial, I think it's a lot more common to go for sales. So I'm just gonna showcase the example for sales, but exactly the same tactics will apply to leads as well. So I'm gonna select sales. I'm gonna click on continue. Here, this is the next window. You can go and set up Advantage Plus Shopping campaign. Advantage Plus Shopping campaigns work. They work for me. I've managed a lot of ads, a lot of ad accounts where I've seen those working. However, I have ad accounts where manual sales campaigns work better. So Advantage Plus Shopping campaign will work very good for you if you have an ad account that has a lot of data. These type of campaigns will work for a product that is more of like a mass appeal product. For example, a weight loss for how to lose 20 pounds in 30 days is a weight loss product. It's going to appeal to a lot of people. However, if you have a niche, let's say online course business, and you're selling information only to realtors, then you need to go for manual sales campaign. So you can pick either way. If you have a lot of data and a broader appeal product, go for Advantage Plus Shopping campaign. If you are starting from scratch, if you have a brand new ad account, or if you have a more niche product, I believe the manual sales campaign will be better for you. So in this tutorial, I'm gonna show you how to set up the manual sales campaign. In the first part, and in the second part, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna show you the Advantage Plus Shopping campaign. So I'm gonna start. I'm gonna click on continue. I've managed Facebook ads for the last 10 years, and I discovered that a single small tweak can lead to a major growth. That's why I'm offering to work with you one-on-one. I'm gonna audit your Facebook ads account, and I'm gonna identify the one thing that you need to change so you can really scale. To book your audit for just $97, click the link in the description below. You work directly with me one-on-one, and if you're not completely satisfied with our time together, I'm gonna give you a full refund. when it comes to the targeting here, I barely touch anything. I'm gonna give my campaign a name. Here, categories. This doesn't apply to the doesn't apply to me. Does not apply to the businesses I'm working with. Campaign details. I'm gonna leave it the way it is. Advantage plus catalog ads. I usually keep this off. Advantage campaign budget. For this type, I usually turn this off. I usually want to run set campaign budget. So here I'm going to click on next. The next thing that I'm going to do, I'm going to give my ad set a name. I'm going to choose my conversion goal, which in my case is drive sales and conversions on my website. And this will apply if you have a funnel or if you have a lead generation, but instead of drive sales and leads, is gonna say just drive leads. Performance goal, I keep this maximize numbers of conversion. Pixel, I usually pick the pixel I'm using right now, and I want to make sure that the pixel has the conversion API installed, integrated. For this particular case, I don't have it integrated, so here I'm just gonna pick the purchase, but it's gonna be very, very good if you have the conversion API set up. The next thing, cost per conversion goal. I usually leave this empty. However, after I start scaling budgets to like 500 to 1000 per day, I might use cost cap, and I might set a cost cap of, let's say, $50, $100, or whatever applies to my product. I think this little setting can make a huge, huge difference. What's going to happen after you use the cost per goal? Meta will aim to get the most purchase and try to keep the average cost around 50. So the average cost on your ad account will be around 50 if you use this purchase. Of course, some days might be like 75, some days might be 25, and so on. However, if you go too low on this, Meta will not spend your budget because they'll be like, we cannot find you leads for like $1, or we cannot find you purchase for $2. So you need to increase it. So you need to figure out at what cost per result goal your ad account works the best. Also, it's like another little thing here where it says bid strategy. It says cost per result goal. If you click on edit, you're gonna see the bid cap option. So the bid cap option and the cost per result goal, they're very, very similar in the way they work. However, there is a difference. If you go for bid cap, Meta will aim to get the most purchase without bidding more than $50. So for example, Meta will never, it's gonna happen that they might have days where gonna give you purchase for like more than 50. However, they'll aim not to beat 50. So this is great for controlling the cost you can afford to spend. So both of those, they work in a very similar way. So make sure you test both, but I suggest you start using those once you start scaling to, let's say, 200, 300, 400, 500 to 1000 per ad set. I think it's gonna have a great impact. Dynamic creative, I usually don't use this feature. I rarely use it. Daily budget, I keep the daily budget the way it is. I don't keep it the way it is. I keep it like different ad accounts have different, let's say, goals, and they can afford different budget. For example, if I manage a huge ad account, a big ad account, for me, a big ad account is an ad account that spends 100K plus per month. I might start an ad set with like 250 or maybe like around 200. So it depends on the business. I've noticed that whenever I go for like more than 250 per ad set, Facebook is just like wasting my money. So if I do a high budget, such as like 250 or maybe like 500, I sometimes enable the cost per goal. But for this tutorial, I'm just gonna keep it off. Yeah, so daily budget, if you're just starting out, 22.50 per day is a good start. Schedule a day, if you wanna start immediately, you just leave it the way it is. If you wanna start your campaign tomorrow, you can change the schedule. However, I usually start my campaigns immediately, and in some cases I might start on the next day. Or if I have a launch campaign, because I work with a lot of YouTubers, we do campaigns that go for only 5 days. Usually I'm gonna set start date, and also I'm gonna set an end date. For example, most of my campaigns of this type are from 5 days to 7 days. So for this tutorial, I'm just gonna leave it empty because I assume you're somebody who wants to run evergreen campaigns. Audience control. I think this is where you're gonna start seeing a lot of, let's say, difference in your ad account. For example, in the past, I've tried targeting just like cities. For example, if I target New York City, I think it's gonna work for like local business, but if you're selling in the entire country, I suggest you targeting the entire country. In this case, that's gonna be the United States of America. If you're in the UK, you can do United Kingdom or Canada or Europe or whatever you're located. You can pick a country. The minimum age, for example, sometimes I start my campaigns with a higher age, 25 or 35 or 45. This depends on the client. However, if you believe, let's say if you're selling like lead generation and if your package is like, let's say at the very end, if you're selling like consultancy or like done for you that costs like 45K, probably you should increase the age. I don't say there won't be like people at like 23 who can afford a 45K done for you, let's say, service, but this is extremely unlikely. So this is how I would do it. If I have a mass appeal product, I would start doing 18. In many cases, I target like custom audiences. If I want to do remarketing, I can remarket to people who engage with the Instagram, people who visited the website. So the warm audiences definitely make a difference. And sometimes I target lookalike audiences. So this depends on my goals. So if I scroll a little bit down, this is how I usually run it. It says Advantage Plus audience, but usually when I do a manual campaign, I like to click on switch on original audience. I think this setting could make a great difference. Facebook says up to 33% lower cost per result, which I'm not sure if that's the case. And they say that's based on their experiment. And based on my experience, I like the original audience much better. And I advise you, if you start a brand new ad account or if you're into more of a niche market, to go for the original audience. So the original audience, again, you can change the age. You can start from, let's say, 25. You can choose a gender. For example, if you're in e-commerce and if you sell like wallets, and if you sell only like male wallets, it makes sense to target male. If you're in lead generation and you talk to like agency owners, the majority of them will be men. So you feel free to pick the gender. I think this will make a difference in your ad account. Here, what I like doing, I usually pick interests for my targeting. For example, if I have a client that's in lead generation, let's say, and I want to talk to people who are in business, what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on suggestions. I'm going to click on browse. I'm going to click on interests, and I'm going to choose by, let's say, interests, and I'm just going to scroll a little bit down, and I'm going to find, let's say, if I'm selling to business owners, I might target, let's say, marketing, business, and finance, right? Because people who have businesses, they also be interested in marketing, business, and finance, right? If I sell, let's say, wallets for e-commerce, I might target like wallet accessories. And this is how I'm going to start. You can also define the audience further, but I rarely see like good results from it. So I suggest sticking to the very, very simple interest targeting. If I scroll a little bit down, there's the option placements. So if I click on edit, you can run the Advantage Plus placements, which is recommended. However, what I like doing for some of my campaigns is selecting manual placements. For example, apps and sites, I usually turn it off. Search results, I usually turn it off. And here, I'm getting like mixed results with ads on Facebook Reels and in-stream videos. So in many cases, this is how I'll run my campaigns, right? This is what I have selected. For example, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, Messenger stories. I think those convert. The Instagram Reels and the Facebook Reels are very specific, right? So once you select your campaign, you can check the placements at work by closing this. And if you click on the breakdown, and if you select placements, you'll be able to see what placements work and what placements don't work, right? So extremely, extremely important. I think placements will make a huge difference in your ad account. So if I click review and publish, I can publish it. But those were kind of like the main things I do in my manual campaign. If I want to set an Advantage Plus campaign, I'm going to show you the steps. Let me discard the drafts. I'm doing a very casual video. Pretty much this video won't have any editing. Oh no, I clicked on something. Let me go back. That's my channel data. Please don't steal anything. Okay. So if I want to set Advantage Shopping Plus campaign or whatever automatic campaign, I'm going to do the same. The same applies. I'm going to click sales. I'm going to click continue. Here, I'm going to pick Advantage Plus shopping campaign, right? I'm going to give my campaign a name. Categories doesn't apply. Conversion location, conversion goal. I'm going to select website because this is how I drive sales. Maximize conversion will be the goal. This is actually the goal I use. Maximize value of conversions. Honestly, I haven't tried this goal, so I cannot talk about it. However, this is the one that I choose the most. The next thing, cost per go. I already mentioned the cost per go earlier, but the same applies here. Sometimes I select, let's say, a 50 cost per go, or whatever number applies to me. So if you can afford 50 per conversion, do 50. If you can afford 100, do 800 per conversion. The next thing, audience location. I suggest you pick the location that you want to target, and this could be, let's say, United Kingdom. I'm gonna scroll a little bit down. Reporting, right? This is something you set up. I don't think it made any difference for me. Daily budget. Pick the daily budget that you would like to use. If you have a big ad account, if you're spending a lot of money, obviously you're gonna start with like 500, 1,000, 2,000, whatever you're comfortable spending. Start and end date. If this applies to you, you can use it. That won't make a great difference. And here you can select the suggested ads. And pretty much there is not much you do in the Advantage Plus targeting. In some of my ad accounts, it works very, very well. The manual works very, very well. And the next thing that you do in the Advantage Plus shopping campaign is setting up the ads. And yeah, this was the video. Let me make my screen bigger. Let me do the fireworks because I won't do any editing. So you get some entertainment out of my videos. But this is how I set my campaigns. It's very nuanced. You need to actually test things in order to figure out what works for you. Even you've tested something before and it didn't work, it might work today. So Facebook ads, unfortunately or luckily, is not a straight line success. A lot of things are changing. There is a lot of variations, there is a lot of drama on Facebook ads right now. So yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my channel and I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.